that cat. Look at that cat. Look at that cat. Hey, kitties. Uncle Sadie here. Should I say Aunt Sadie? Look in the camera. Look in the camera. I said look in the camera. Hey, kitties. Uncle Jay here, and back to business as usual. As you can see from the title, it's What's in My Sack. This is going to be a very special one. It's going to go through some of the things that I've gotten since the last time I've made a video. So, it's a post What's in My Sack. I've done one before. A long time ago. Years ago. And I'm going to do it again. So, I didn't know what kind of sack to use, so I pretty much just put some stuff in a Walmart bag. One of those delivery ones. You guys ever have Walmart deliver you shit, then leave it at the wrong door? Bricks. Alright. So, this one's going to be a long one. It's quite a few things. There's some things that you might have seen during my tour yesterday. And there's some things that I might have posted over the summer. The fact of the matter is that I never made a video for it. As you can see, I'm wearing my, well, it's not the vintage one, but always a classic S.O.D, Speak English or Die. And anybody that has a problem with it can shove it. What can I say? I mean, it was great material back then. Nobody took it seriously. Anyone who takes it seriously now needs to take a chill pill. Alright, so I got some shirts. I got some CDs. I got some patches. I got long sleeve shirts. I got hoodies. I got records. I got it all. I feel like I'm Crazy Eddie. Going over the edge right now. But anyway, let's start off right now. So, at Rock Fantasy, not too long ago, I went with my very dear friend Margaret, and I found some patches that I have already put on my book bag. And in my video yesterday, you can see my book bag hanging there, but there are some patches you couldn't see because they're on the side. Well, let's go over some of the ones that are on the front. So, the only one that's the newest one that's on the front is this wonderful Ozzy Osbourne patch right there. Look at that. These other patches I've had for a while. But this Ozzy Osbourne, the Ultimate Sin patch, I got at Rock Fantasy not too long ago. As well as these two Slayer patches. Especially the Hell Awaits Slayer patch. Very good stuff. Very, very good stuff. Very proud of it. I love it. I love it. You know, and it got to a point where it had been so long since I worn a metal shirt, and I guess I lost myself. In some ways, I'm still lost. I'm only human. What are you gonna get? You know, what are you gonna do? Okay, so before we get to my sack, let's get to some of the older things. Maybe you've seen them, maybe you haven't. Adidas. Anybody know Adidas? All day long I dream about sex. Some people say sports, some people say soccer. But anyway, they had a collaboration with Korn, and I got a few things. And I spent a pretty penny on them, and they were pretty oversized, but my very good friend Margaret was able to downsize them for me because she has a sewing machine and she's a master at it, and anybody that has shirts that are way too big for them, she'd be able to fix it for a small price. But anyway, first thing that I have right here is the Adidas Follow the Leader shirt, long sleeve, and they're very well made. They're very thick, and they have a back to them. Gotta love that, you know. That's why I made those metal shirt collectors. For anyone that doesn't know, when the metal shirt collectors image was created, not made, when it was created, I want to make sure that it said, "We've got your back." You know, nobody likes buying half of a shirt. But anyway, there it is. Out in the open. Adidas, corn. Alright, there's that one. Throw that aside right there, right? And our next one is probably my favorite. This is the Adidas self-titled shirt in a shirt look. And you know what I mean, where it's a long sleeve shirt underneath a short sleeve shirt on a long sleeve shirt underneath a short sleeve shirt. And if I say one more thing that's really cool, make sure you leave a comment. And make sure you like and subscribe if this is the first time you've seen it. I know it's not fancy like all those other videos out there, but when you got expensive taste like this, you know, who needs to spend money on all kinds of equipment? Right? It's got the, you know, it's got the traditional 3 lines. It's got a little Adidas logo in the back. Gotta love it. All right. Our next one is the follow-up album to that. I should have went in a row because Follow the Leader would have been the third one. But this right here is the Life is Peachy shirt, which is very hard to see. I was kind of disappointed when I got it in the mail, but, you know, what are you going to do? And this one was also resized by my friend Margaret. She's very good at what she does. And let's see if I could say, this is what she does. She took about an inch, sewed it up there. Now it fits perfectly, you know, because I lost a lot of weight since the last time I made a video. All right, so that's 3 shirts. One more to go, and it's a hoodie. And this is the Adidas Corn hoodie. All embroidered. No print here. Obviously the lines, very thick, very huge. I'm talking, you buy an extra large, you're getting a 2X. And we got the back. Got a little black logo on the back over there. Gets covered up by the hood if you're not wearing the hood. Again, resized by my very dear friend Margaret. She's a master at what she does, a master at her craft. Any questions? Just ask me. All right. So that's the Adidas Corn stuff. Let's just say a lot of money went into that. I'm kind of embarrassed. But at the same time, nah. All right, so let's go into some recent shirts that I've gotten from Rock Fantasy. So I got my sack over here. My Walmart sack. None of this stuff came from Walmart. Although it would be cool. So this shirt right here I got over at Spencer's. And I've never seen one of these shirts out in the wild. I even went to a Megadeth concert not this past September, the last September in 2024 with my buddy Steve from work. And they didn't have any classic Megadeth shirts, which was quite a shame. But I found this over at Spencer's. Countdown to Extinction, 1992. I mean, sweating bullets, ashes in your mouth. What else we got on here? Oh, yeah, Captive Honor. Beautiful shirt. And, you know, I'm sure you all know out there, they don't make shirts like they used to. They're not nice and thick anymore. They're not the single stitch going on. They're not made to last, so just be careful washing them. I don't throw them in a dryer. I don't even throw my classic ones in a dryer. This next shirt I found over at Rock Fantasy. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have a back. I do have some shirts that do have backs, though, from Rock Fantasy, so get excited for that. So, This is the No Rest for the Wicked Ozzy Osbourne shirt. Gotta love this. The first album with Zakk Wylde. And I have something that I have to say. I really wasn't into Ozzy, unfortunately. And when he passed, I said, fuck it, let me play all of his albums while I'm at work. And now I can't stop listening to them. I think they're fantastic. For some reason, I keep on skipping Bark at the Moon. There's something about that just doesn't, it's not catchy to me. I don't know what it is. But Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman, The Ultimate Sin, No Rest for the Wicked, total bangers. So there it is right there. And especially the Randy Rhoads tribute, fantastic. And I actually got some remastered CDs of some of the albums that I'm talking about. So we will get into those for all of you CD junkies. And I'll be right back after these messages. All right, I'm back. That didn't take too long, did it? Did you have enough time to get some popcorn? All right, so our next shirt I got over at Hot Topic, and I've never owned this shirt before. I wish I had the original. It's probably, $500 on eBay or whatever. But I've never owned the Slayer Eagle shirt. And now I have one. Like I said, it's not original. There's nothing on the back. But always a banger. Always a shirt to get. Always a classic. And there's going to be a lot of Slayer going on here because I've been on a total Slayer kick, and I think I finally realized that Slayer might be my favorite band because I like more records from Slayer than any other band. Marilyn Manson fell off, 9 Inch Nails fell off. I only like, 4 Korn albums, 4 Deftones albums, and the list goes on. And Slayer just has hit after hit after hit when I listen to it. Especially my favorite album now. For over 20 years, it was Divine Intervention because it was my first one. And now, my favorite is South of Heaven. Very groovy. Alright, but anyway, on with the show. My next shirt, I got at Rock Fantasy. This one has a back to it. Very exciting. And it's the Live Undead shirt. That is a killer shirt right there. I have not worn this yet. And I might wear it tomorrow. I'm supposed to go up to my friend Danny's house tomorrow, and I might wear this shirt. And I think we're gonna. I have to bring my bike up there because I'm gonna store it in his father's garage. So I think I might wear this shirt tomorrow. That's gonna be a good shirt for me to wear. That's a good bike storing shirt. All right, what we got next? We got another one from Rock Fantasy, and I hope do you guys like Slayer? Anybody? Hey, Kat, you like Slayer? Yeah? You like Slayer? Okay. As long as you guys like Slayer. This is the Hell Awaits shirt. I've never had a Hell Awaits shirt. I have some Slayer shirts that are from 2002, 2003, 2004. And they're made very well. I wish I had gotten this one back then, but at least I have this one now. Sure, it might not be the best of shape as, the shirts from back then. And I don't think the old one had a back neither. All right, last shirt for all you metal shirt collecting metalheads. I had to get I do have one of these from 2000. It's not the same shirt, It's not the same design, but this is my favorite album by Slayer, and that is South of Heaven. And this is a reprint from the original shirt of South of Heaven when the album came out, when they had the tour. Wish I had that. I guarantee you that's on eBay for like $1,000 or something. Excellent. Excellent shirt. Again, wish it was the original. God damn. I think the oldest Slayer shirt I have is one that fell apart. And then there's another one that I lost. And it was probably the coolest Slayer shirt ever. And when I do my shirts that you may never own unless you shell out big bucks, I will definitely show that shirt. Alright, that is it for the shirts. I hope you had a good time. Anybody that only came for the shirts, you can leave now. If you're interested in anything else, you can stay. Maybe you're like me. Maybe you like shirts. Maybe you like CDs. Maybe you like all kinds of stuff. Records, you know? Action figures. I got a couple of action figures I got to show you. Including one which I got right after the Prince of Darkness passed away. It's a Lego Ozzy Osbourne. There he is in all of his glory. I'm going to say, it might not be, but I'm just going to say for the hell of it, this is No More Tears, Ozzy. Yeah, this is, I don't want to change the world, Ozzy Osbourne right here. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Let me see if I can get some more light. Hold on. Let me get some more light over here. There he is. There he is. He's holding a bat. He's holding a microphone. The bat still has his head. I'm going to chew the bone. That wasn't funny. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what the hell got over me. I don't know. But you know what we'll do? We'll put Ozzy right over here. He's going to stand right there. See him? Make sure I got it right. There he is, right there. Ozzy's going to be right there for the rest of the show. All right. So, next, since I only have 3 of them, we're going to go through some little reaction figures that I got. And the first one I'm going to show is the Rain and Blood Slayer figure. Doesn't exactly look like the Rain and Blood goat that's sitting in the seat, but you know, it is what it is. Obviously, it's a remake of the show No Mercy. It's got a little stuff on it. There's little differences, like the little blood specks and shit like that, but the card is great. It's a little, you know, muffed up over here, but I decided to keep it under wraps anyway. It's got a back over here. And, yeah, excellent. Very cool. It comes with a little sword. Definitely from a lacerated sky. So, there's that guy. The next one, I think they kind of frogged up a little bit because why the fuck doesn't it have the Dean from Hell? And I'm talking about the Dimebag Darrell figure. Look at that. It's Dime. But what the fuck is that guitar? What is that guitar doing there? I've never seen him play that guitar. It's not even the same one that he would play. It almost looks like it's the Razorback, but a different color in a way. Don't you think? But obviously his most famous ones are either the Dean from Hell or the Far Beyond Driven. Maybe even the Confederate flag one. Maybe politics got into it. Who the fuck knows? It never ends. Or maybe even the green slime guitar, you know? But we got a back over here, a little memorial about him. You know, God rest his soul. Love Dimebag forever. I hope they come out with more of these figures, and I hope they finally put the Dean from Hell in them. Get it in ya. Black Tooth forever. And the last figure I have is, you guessed it, another Slayer. This is from Show No Mercy. This is the original, where they remade it with the Hell Awaits. But that's all right. Or not Hell Awaits, with the Rain and Blood, but that's all right. If they did come out with Hell Awaits figures, that would be great. Like the demons ripping up people and shit. That would be cool. But yeah, look at that. Show No Mercy. You got the back over here. Again, this one comes with a little sword. Right there. See it right there? A little tiny baby sword. Fucking cool. You might have seen some of these in my video that I made yesterday of my tour. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. Pretty fucking cool. I'm going to go get a beer real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And I was only kidding about the whole beer thing. It's actually iced tea. You know, Cop Killer. Oh shit, I'm probably not supposed to say that anyway. Alright, so up next, let's look at some CDs, shall we? Alright. First, we have we have a visitor. Look at this. That's Sadie, by the way. That's little Miss Sadie. She probably wants some treats or something. But anyway, the first CD I found, which is kind of embarrassing, but I found it over at a place called Dark Side Records in Poughkeepsie, New York. And this was $50. But it is the very rare, if I can get this out, the very rare Japanese import of Slayer Serenity in Murder single. And this has some live tracks such as At Dawn They Sleep, Dead Skin Mask, Divine Intervention, Ditto Head. Then you got the album version of Serenity and Murder, and a special message from all 4 Slayer members. Now, obviously, it's Divine Intervention 94. Dave Lombardo wasn't there, so it's Paul Bostaff. But he's on there too, with some kind of special message, and it's great. And At Dawn They Sleep, in case you don't know, is my favorite Slayer song. So here's the back. And then you open it up. It's gives the same thing. And that was a great find. I mean, I get it. You know, $50 is kind of heavy for a single that has, you know, like 6 songs on it or whatever. But I had to. All right. My next one I had actually gotten from eBay. And this is Suicidal Tendencies. How will I laugh tomorrow if I can't smile today, or when I can't smile today? This one has such tracks such as Pledge Your Allegiance, How Will I Laugh Tomorrow, The Miracle, Psychomania, Surf and Slam, One Too Many Times. This is actually a great album. I don't think it's their best. I do have their best, and it's one that I got over at Rhino Records over in Kingston, New York. Here's the back. And to keep on the same pace, this one I found over at Rhino Records. This is Suicidal Tendencies, Lights, Camera, Revolution. I think it's their best work. My favorite song on here is Lost Again. Ugh, such a hard groove. Mixing that thrash and mixing that groove metal sound. That's an excellent song. I mean, any song that makes you bob your head, you're going to hell, baby. And that song and this album is going to make you do that. Look at that. $6 over at Rhino Records. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. But you know, songs such as You Can't Bring Me Down, Lost Again, Alone, Lovely, la 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 lovely, Get Whacked, Send Me Your Money. I mean, a lot of their hits are on this. Okay, up next, again, over at Dark Side Records in Poughkeepsie, I found this remaster double disc of Diary of a Madman by Ozzy Osbourne. And the best part about it is that the second disc is basically another Randy Rhoads tribute. Most of the same songs, not the same audio. And I picked up this gem so that I could hear Ozzy Osbourne in remastered light. It's one of my favorite Ozzies. I mean, Over the Mountain, Flying High Again, You Can't Kill Rock and Roll, Little Dolls, Tonight, Believer, S.A.T.O., Diary of a Madman. I mean, you can't go wrong. There are people that say that this is better than Blizzard of Oz. What do you think? I want to hear it in the comments. All right. Let's see. What's our next one? Okay. I found this, believe it or not, at Walmart. And I'm sure a lot of you out there did also. This is the new Deftones. What the hell is it called again? Oh, Private Music. Deftones. And one thing I could say about this album is it should have stayed private. Because I think it's a piece of shit. All right. I mean, you know, Deftones had this groove. Now it's all this guitar strumming, baby making music. You know, remember when they had a groove like now it's just gang, 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 gang. It's just really lazy. It's one of those things where they've gotten so big. They've gotten so big that they could put out an album of just farting and people will buy it. Okay, what's my next one? My next one is the remastered of, there it is, the first, the original, what am I saying? Blizzard of Oz. Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz, the remaster, which it has some bonus tracks. Obviously, you know, I Don't Know, Crazy Train, which, you know, our local station, WPDH, totally wore out. Goodbye to Romance, D, my favorite, Revolution, Mother Earth, Steal Away the Night, Suicide Solution, Mr. Crawley, a banger through and through. And has some bonus tracks, You Looking at Me, Looking at You, Goodbye to Romance, a demo track. You got the inside, if I can get the damn thing opened. There's some new pictures in there. Again, remastered for crisp sound. Gotta love it. Our next one, moving right along into the same, is the remaster of Ozzy Osbourne, Bark at the Moon. And this one also has some bonus tracks, Spiders and One Up the B-side. But obviously has the hits Bark at the Moon, Now You See It, Center of Eternity, and then that weird Christmas sounding song, So Tired. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they did that one, but very hard for me to get into this one because there's so many other bangers. I don't know. All right, up next. Someone that I've never listened to before, but I figure I finally give them a chance. I'm 46 years old. It's time to start giving people chances. And I decided to get Dio's classic Holy Diver. And this album is definitely a banger. I love this album. It's great. Stand Up and Shout, Holy Diver, Gypsy, Straight Through the Heart, Don't Talk to Strangers. The whole thing is perfect. Shame on the Night. There's the back right there. I actually got this from Amazon. Can you believe it? There it is, Holy Diver in all of its glory. This was after he left Black Sabbath. Up next, we have the remastered of the Randy Rhoads tribute. And my friend Danny from work actually turned me on to this. And the sound is incredible. The way that Randy plays is almost unimaginable. It's so beautiful, and it's so powerful and almost scary in a way. With a mixture of songs from Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, like I Don't Know, Crazy Train, Believer, Mr. Crawley, Flying High Again, Revelation, Mother Earth, and then some Black Sabbath songs, Children of the Grave, Paranoid, then you got Goodbye to Romance, and you got a special studio outtakes of D. Such a beautiful song done by Randy Rhoads. Very beautiful album. I could listen to this over and over again. Thank you, Danny, for introducing. He bought me this. I did not have this, and he bought me this. I mean, what a fucking friend. All right, up next, we have 1994's Suicidal for Life. Suicidal Tendencies. Not too crazy about this one. It's kind of like a Drowning Pool album where they just say the same shit over and over and over again. You know, you could write all the lyrics of this whole album on one side of a napkin. And not really impressed. I might have to give it another shot. I don't know. But every song has an F word in it. Suicyco motherfucker, don't give a fuck, no fucking problem. I mean, and it just goes on like that. No bullshit. There's the inside. There's the back. Not impressed. But again, I'll have to give it another chance. Another day in court. Up next, we have the remaster of Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears, my very first Ozzy album. And this one has such heavy banging hits like I Don't Want to Change the World, Desire, Hellraiser, the Zombie Stomp, the two gorgeous songs, Mama I'm Coming Home and Road to Nowhere, and then special bonus tracks, Don't Blame Me and Party with the Animals. I love it when they remaster an album and they put on bonus tracks. I love it. I really do. I mean, this I consider to be as Ozzy Osbourne's last great album. All right, up next, we got 3 more left. You guys still with me? It's 33 minutes right now the video's been on. All right, this is the follow-up album to Holy Diver. This is Dio's The Last in Line. Usually this is everyone's second favorite Dio solo. And that's great and all. I don't think it doesn't even touch Holy Diver at all. I wasn't really impressed by it. I think it's a little corny in some ways, but you know, again, I got to give it, you know, another day in court. There's the inside. This is another one that I got from Amazon. The Last in Line, Dio's got such songs as We Rock, Last in Line, I Speed at Night, Evil Eyes, Mystery, and then Egypt, Chains Are On. All right, 2 more. And this would include the remaster of Ozzy Osbourne, No Rest for the Wicked. which I've been listening to a lot lately, and it's an incredible album with such songs as Miracle Man, Devil's Daughter, Crazy Babies, Breaking All the Rules, Bloodbath in Paradise, which is about Charles Manson, Fire in the Sky. I mean, every fucking song is incredible. And then you got special tracks, bonus tracks, The Liar and Miracle Man Live. We got the back. And then the inside over here. I love this album. I listen to it more and more. And last one is the remaster from 1995, because they won't remaster it again because of laws and shit like that, and people that, you know, want credit and this and that. And that's Ozzy Osbourne, Just Say Ozzy, which is basically just an EP. There's like only like 7 songs on here. They're all live tracks. So there's like Miracle Man, Bloodbath in Paradise, Shot in the Dark. This came out in 1990, before No More Tears. There's the back. And then the inside. Alright, and that does it for our CDs. We got some records for anyone that likes collecting vinyl. Obviously, I have a bunch of them on the wall. So, my first one, Slayer, Hell Awaits. Welcome back. Excellent. This album has my favorite song on it, At Dawn They Sleep. Fucking cool. Definitely belongs on my wall. Slip that right there. Don't want to forget about this. Ah, that's some good iced tea. Alright, our next record that I picked up is Pantera, The Great Southern Trendkill. Pantera's 1996 album. I never realized that this album got as much flack as it does. I'm not going to say it gets a lot of flack, but I suppose it gets enough. Not really sure. But my favorite is Far Beyond Driven. This is a great album. I love it. So, there it is. The Great Southern Trendkill. Our next one, are you going to be shocked? We got Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss, 1990. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This also belongs on my wall. For the longest time, I only had one Slayer album, and that was Undisputed Attitude. Now I have, I don't know, 6 or 7. Up next, 1993's Primus Pork Soda. Huh? Even if you weren't a Primus fan, how could you not have this on your wall? Look at that. It's a pig. It's a fucking pig. All right, that's enough. Up next. Are you shocked yet? Ozzy isn't. We got Slayer with Divine Intervention. And remember when the CDs came out? I'm not going to reach for it. It had that slip case that had the stencil on it. I'd recreated the same thing right here. Look at that. It looks just like it. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it. I love it. And you should love it too. This is actually my very first Slayer album. It was my absolute favorite album for over 20 years, until the other day I listened to another certain album and I said, holy shit, I forgot how good this album is. Up next, we have Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. I did not have any Ozzy records on my wall. Now I do, and I have one of the best ones. See that? Perfect. All right. Up next, my new favorite Slayer album, South of Heaven. I actually got this from Amazon. That's right. Amazon sells some cool ass records. And it came the next day. Excellent. Okay. Next up, we got another Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. Now I got 2 Ozzies on my wall. I could finally sleep at night. Not a problem. I just got to get this on my wall. That'd be a great one. Okay, that also came from Amazon. And this one came from Amazon also, my very last one. Which you have to have it. If you're going to have a bunch of Slayer albums on the wall, you got to have this. And that's Slayer, Rain and Blood. How cool is that, huh? So now I have all the Slayers that I want on my wall. I tried to get Show No Mercy. Someone had it for like $50 at a hole-in-the-wall record store. Probably an old one, like an original or something like that. But anyway, that is what was in my sack, even though none of it came from Walmart, except for the Deftones. But that was a piece of shit anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope 41 minutes and 40 seconds was enough time to bring back some nostalgia, to bring back metal shirt collectors, to make you enthused about the channel again, make you want to watch some old videos from back in the day. I mean, I've seen videos on there that's from 8 years ago. 8 years ago. My God. I'm old. But anyway, I hope you had a great time. If you're new here, I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe. Like I said, I don't have any fireworks or effects or anything that's going to tickle your fancy in that way, but I do have some iced tea, and I have some awesome records, CDs, shirts, some cool little action figures and shit like that. And from now on, I'll try not to let you down. Anytime I buy something, I'm making a video for it, for everyone to see. But as usual, Uncle Jay here. Stay metal.